Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome to episode 72 of You Don't Win Anything with Kids. Now, in the last episode, we lost 2-0 to Welling. This episode, that hopefully will not happen, mainly due to the fact that we're not playing Welling, we're playing Barnet. It's an away match. I know I don't normally like showing away matches, but I think these ones, they're such a pivotal point of the season because especially at the moment, there's a race for the top, and people keep swapping places and things like that. So it's quite exciting. So at the moment, I'm happy to show home and away matches. Just choosing my team. So we'll have Villa on the right, Quintana in goal, obviously. Villa on the right, Jones on the left, Cartwright on the left side of midfield of defence. Stevens on the right side, and then we'll have McGregor on the left side of centre midfield, Delamond on the right side of centre midfield, and then an advanced line of. It's where I've got to be picky. Let's have Rooney in the middle, because I was quite impressed with Rooney. I think he had a pretty decent debut. Then I think we'll just have the usual suspects. Beckhold on the left. In fact, having said that, I'm going to experiment. I'm going to put Marshall on the right, because he's back from injury. And then another experiment. We've seen him at centre back. Let's see him up front. John Daly is going to go up top. Number 39. The new, we'll call him the new Barnard for now. See how he does. And then the bench of O'Brien, Klopmus, Robinson is still injured. Might have Robertson, because he can play centre back as well as left back. So yeah, let's have Robertson on the bench. Because again, it said he made lots of mistakes in the last game, but I personally, get rid of that. I personally didn't see them. So as far as I'm concerned, they didn't happen. Thompson in midfield was a midfield sub, and let's have Gallagher on the bench as well. Okay, let's do this. Be interesting to see how the team recovers. We're in our third kit again. You remember in the last episode I asked you guys for your opinions of the kit. Again, I'm just interested to see what you guys think. Mainly about most of my choices, because I sort of choose things on a whim. Sometimes I put a bit of thought into it, and it's only afterwards where I start thinking, actually, am I the only person in the world who likes how that looks? I think it a lot, especially on games where I have to build things, like you see my SimCity series, or Rollercoaster Tycoon, or Kerbal Space Program. What else have I done? Railworks. I sort of build something and I think, yeah, that looks good. And then afterwards I think, am I the only person who thinks that looks good? Is everyone else going, what the hell's he built that for? So yeah, everyone's opinion is welcome, even if it's a negative one. It will be taken on board, providing it's not too abusive. It will be listened to. And yeah, you guys dictate what happens virtually, so be sure to drop your comments in the box and let me know what you guys think. In the meantime, we have a match. It's been a good start for us so far. You see Delamond hit the crossbar there. We had a couple of other good chances just now. A couple of decent balls going around. Stack doesn't seem to be very good at taking free kicks. That's twice he's given it away now. If anyone's watched my Barnet FIFA career, I have a whole episode basically where I talk about Stack and his errors. And again, it's probably unfair because I'm sure he's a really nice guy and he's actually a pretty good goalkeeper, but I don't know what it is about him in football games. They just don't seem to be very flattering towards him. They tend to make him make a lot of mistakes. But I'm sure, as nice a guy as he is, I kind of want to exploit his mistakes in this match because I need the goals and I need to win. That's another good shot from Delamond that's also hit the bar. I suppose some of the good news is... Oh, Delamond got back quickly. The good news is that Kidderminster and Forest Green are both still behind us. So that 2-0 loss to Welling, it wasn't too damaging. Obviously, we can't take that for granted. We still need to go out and win this game. Which, with blocks like that, could well happen. That was fantastic defending. I think that was Cartwright who got in there. And Quintana not being an idiot, just kicks it straight out of play, which is good. I don't mean that sarcastically. If in doubt, kick it out. I'm a big fan of that, because too many times I've seen players be cute and try to keep the ball in play, and it ends up costing them. So enough of that. Kick it out. Forest Green have scored, so we are now tied with them on points, but we're behind them on goal difference, so we dropped to second. We've actually got the worst goals for in the top 5, so we need to start scoring again. We haven't got many big scoring games going on at the moment. There's a goal for us though. John Rooney, only his second appearance for us, and he's scored his first goal for us. Do you know what I said about him in the last episode? That I didn't think he had a bad debut. And I said, in fact, at the start of this episode, that I didn't think he had a bad debut. And you can argue, I mean, that took a deflection. I think it was off Stack, actually. Sums up what I said about him. It was either off Stack or off a Barnet defender. But it was definitely Rooney's goal. It was definitely his header, and it was definitely on target. So, yeah, I'm happy. John Rooney, our record signing, by a fair amount, seems to be doing the business so far. And that's what I like about him, is he does pop up in those sort of situations. I had him playing as a midfielder, a centre midfielder in the last match, and I sort of regretted it after I did it, because he's a very attacking minded player. So you kind of want him in the attacking role, which is what I've got today. And again, it paid dividends. I think that was Jones's fault, but Rooney probably could have got his foot on it. That's a free kick to us. Mark Byrne with the foul. A booking? Nope, just talking to. That's fine, it's fair enough. Like I said before, I don't like seeing opposition players get booked unless they do a horrendous challenge, in which case I'm the first one to scream for a red. I kind of like this, the fact, okay, we're only a goal up and it could turn at any second, but we're not afraid to pass the ball around like this. Got some real nice passing movement going on. That's a good ball from Rooney to Beckhold, and now we're 2-0 up. Yep, 2-0 up. No offside. Really good play there from Rooney again. I was, to be honest, I say this about a lot of my players that I sign in my head, where I always worry, are they actually the right choice for the team? Because I do look at stats. I don't just sign a player for his name, that kind of thing. I do look at stats, and I look at what the team needs. And in this case, we needed a bit more oomph in the attacking midfield role, because we have players like Bobo who can play there, and Johnston and Thompson, and they're all well and good for their moments in glory, but every now and then you sort of want someone who just gives you something a little different, and I don't think we were getting that from those three guys. So that's why Gallagher's come in. That's why I think it's one of the reasons why I brought Tom Lawrence in as well, because it's just something different. It's something new, brings something fresh to the team. And that's also why Rooney came in, and he's definitely brought something different to the game today. He's scored one and he's set up one. He's definitely our man of the match so far. I hope it continues. So the fact that we paid a lot of money for him, I was worried about, is that actually the right thing to do? Did we pay too much for him? But, you know, he didn't have... I mean, I know he didn't have a bad debut, but he didn't have the world's best debut. You know, the press weren't singing his praises afterwards. But this match, he seems to have sort of settled down a bit more. He's had a few days training with the team, because I think he'd only been with us for a day when we played Welling. But he's had a week with the team now. He's had a chance to settle in, learn how we operate, and he seems to be doing well. In fact, it's come out to him again, and he's just hit the crossbar. And it's come to... Is that him again? No, John Daly. Well, I act disappointed. That's another first goal for Daly. So that's two of our new guys who've scored for us now, both in the same match. And actually, Rooney again was part of the goal there. Daly with the little flick on. Rooney hit the bar. And I think the defenders just tackled themselves, and Rooney could have easily got onto that, but Daly beat him to it. So it's almost good when players are fighting as to who finishes the shot. You know, actually gets the goal. As long as they're not fighting to the point where the ball gets cleared, then there's a problem. But in that case, it was good. They had a little scuffle. Daly came out on top. He beat Rooney to the ball and finished it. And there was me saying we need more goals. We're currently 3-0 up. So, providing we don't concede in the second half, this could be a good game for us. In fact, there's Rooney on the ball again, and he's scored again. What more could you ask for? What more could you ask for? 2 goals in 3 minutes, one from Daly, one from Rooney. That's Rooney's second goal of the game. He's also got an assist, and he played a part in the 4th goal as well. In fact, Barnet have just made a sub. They've just brought Hyde off. I don't know whether that's through injury or what, but that's definitely something good. And Forest Green were 2-0 up, but Brackley have pulled one back, and we're 2 points above Forest Green anyway with these goals we've just scored. Things are starting to look up for us now. As long as we don't take the mickey and don't take advantage of it, we're in a very commanding position. Let's see what Villa can do with the ball here. Yeah, logical choice. Out to McGregor. Really, McGregor there could have taken it down the line and crossed it in, but I guess they see things that I don't sometimes. A few little 1-2s there. As long as we don't overplay it, especially because we've got no one at the back still. That worries me. Although Delamon with the shot, and Stack did hold on to it, but you never know. Again, I don't want to taint his reputation, but in my eyes, he has a reputation for dropping the ball a lot in these games. And again, if you want to watch my Barnet career, you get to watch him drop it 3 times in one match. So, it's, you know, like I said, sure he's a nice guy, just kind of want to exploit his weaknesses out there today. Alright, Marshall's picked up a bit of a knock, so I'm going to bring Thompson on for him for this second half. Everybody else seems to be okay, so at the moment, looking at the stats, the next sub would be Jones for Robertson, but that might not have to happen. We'll wait and see. Big throw there from Jones. Headed back to him from Beckhold. Into McGregor, through for Rooney, who's just on fire now. Delamon with the ball over the top. Just cut out before Daly had the chance to run onto it. To be honest, I think I've found Daly's position as well. I'm sure he's a good centre-back, and I did look at his stats, and centre-back, he had the right stats for a centre-back. But he's done more up front in this game than he did at centre-back last game. He didn't stop them from scoring, that's for sure. What he's done here is he's scored himself and put us further ahead, so maybe I'll use him as both. It's nice to have someone who can play both, that little bit of versatility that you wouldn't normally expect. Defenders who play strikers are quite rare these days. If, you know, I can only think of, well, Darius Charles for Stevenage, he can play defence and attack. Luke Oliver, if he's still going, also used to play for Stevenage, funny enough, he can do both. Then you've got players like Greg Halford for Notts Forest, who can play up front if asked to, but they haven't got the goal scoring record. Thompson, yep, 5-0. So yeah, to have a player like Daly, who set up that goal, I think, actually, looking at that, we'll check the replay just to make sure. Yeah, versatility. You could have a player who's playing centre-back and then suddenly up in the second half they're up front. It's a bit of a shock. And they've got the strength, and it's like the fighting fire with fire kind of thing, because a centre-back knows what a striker does to get past them. So a centre-back can do the same thing to another centre-back and get past them. It's that like smoke and mirrors and cloak and dagger kind of approach. It's clever. It's very clever. It's all about mind games at that stage. So what's going on now? McGregor's got the ball. He's giving it to Jones. Beckhold. Into Rooney. Who... I mean, I like those little one-touch passes he's doing as well. The little triangles he's completing. Little, like, wall passes, almost. They're really, really clever. And it won us a corner from Delamon's shot. Is anyone on our team going to get that? They're going to let it go for a throw. Koki. Any more subs I can make? Maybe not at this stage. It's still a little bit early. Tell our goal difference. It was 58-38 at the start of this game, and now it's 63-38. So no complaints there. I can't be bothered to do the maths right now. It's something like 25. Yeah, plus 25. Forest Greens is only plus 23, so we're 2 above theirs. Need to make a challenge, stop them from scoring, try and keep the clean sheet. Yep, well done, Quintaka. That's why I don't want to lose him, because he can do things like that. I think Kidderminster have got a bigger goal difference than us. Let me see. No, theirs is 25 as well, actually. They scored more goals than us, so if we went level on points, they'd go above us. Forest Green have also scored more goals than us, but we've got the bigger goal difference anyway, so that doesn't matter too much at this stage. I'm reading too much into it. It is only February at the end of the day. Oh, there is a goal from Zavon Hines. But yeah, it is only February, so there's a long way to go in this season still. I was going to make a sub. Who was I going to bring on? Oh yeah, I was going to bring on Robertson for Jones. Cause it's only fair that, you know, Daly got a second chance, Rooney got a second chance, Gallagher's probably going to come on towards the end. So it's only fair that Robertson gets another chance as well. Get to see what he can do. I have signed him on this game before. Well, not this game. I think it was 2012. I think I signed him for Stevenage. Because they didn't really have I mean, they had Scott Laird as a left back, but I think I sold him. So I needed a left back, and my friend recommended this guy called Gregor Robertson, who I signed up, and he was pretty good. So that's where I first heard about him, and I've sort of kept an eye on him really without signing him over the years. I saw his name crop up on here, and I thought, you know, give him a look, see what he's like. He looked pretty good. I needed a new left back, so put the two things together, and he signed for us, which is good. Not the cheapest wages, admittedly, but that's a small problem to deal with. We've got the money for it. That's what the money was there for. It was to stop us from being in a situation where we needed players and couldn't afford any. And it also stops us from going into liquidation, of course. You know, administration, that sort of thing. I am going to bring Gallagher on for the last minute, and I'm going to bring Beckhold off. And hope that Gallagher actually has the time to get on. He might not. Ah, there we go. We actually seen Stack kick it to someone and it arrive. that's a change. I don't know if you guys noticed it in the first half. I think it was like 2 or 3 free kicks where he tried to kick a low flat one long and just kicked it straight to one of our guys, which I'm not sure that's what a goalkeeper should be doing. You see Quintaka here, he's hit it long and high and just floated it. And I know we're wasting time because we're 5-1 up and it's the end of the game, but still, that's the kind of kick that you want a goalkeeper to do. Not too far that the opposition keeper has to come and get it, but not far, and not short enough where one header and the other team are attacking again, like I end up doing on FIFA. There we go. Gallagher comes on for Beckhold, just in time for the final whistle. Which, well, actually, we've got an attack going here, have we? Thompson on the ball. If he gets a decent cross in, no. That pretty much is full time then, I think. Yep, there it is, full time. And actually, this is a pretty action-packed match. I've just looked at the time. We've had a couple where they've been like 7 minutes long, and this one's coming up to 19 minutes long. So, definitely a lot of things to see in that game. We remain top of the league as well, which is fantastic. It's a shame about the clean sheet, but we are top of the league. And in fact, I can see Forest Green are coming up on the 21st of February there, so I think that'll be the season decider. But in the meantime, guys, I think it's time to end this episode. It's gone on for long enough, don't you agree? So, thank you very much, guys, for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.